Only be a simple wind instrument, but look how far a flute can take you. Our next guest has played to audiences of thousands in more than 40 countries, sold over 60 million albums worldwide, and he's known as the man who introduced fluting to rock music. Jethro Tull's frontman, Anderson.
This Sunday, Ian's performing at something called Flutewise Live in London. Well, he'll be joining a world record attempt for the biggest flute choir ever formed. We'll hear more about that in a moment. First, here's a look at a Jethro Tull classic. Great stuff. Of course, people just refer to you as Tull, rather than Jethro Tull.
Yeah, or Mr. Tull, as
Like Mr. DeBank, then you were just saying to me your first live experience was at 17, the age of 17, and you were so nervous you had to turn your back to the audience.
Yeah.
How times changed.
Well, that's right. You learn pretty quickly. There's no point in facing the wrong way.
We've got Eric Clapton to thank for the fact you played the flute.
Well, that's right, because when I started, I began, like most people, as a guitar player when I was a teenager, but I wasn't a very good one, and I knew, as soon as I heard Eric Clapton, when I guess I was about 18 at the time, I thought, this guy is so far ahead of everybody else, especially me, I'd better find something else to play. So the flute, for no particular reason, it was shiny, it was hanging on the wall of the music shop, and I made a trade for my 1960s Fender Stratocaster, probably worth 30 grand today.
Yes.
Previously owned by Lemmy, who at the time played with the Rocking Vickers, and it's, you know, it's for a £30 student model flute. Not a good deal, except it turned out to be a very good deal.
Yeah, and that was it. I mean, that's quite interesting that you just chose that not for any other reason than you just thought, actually, it's just kind of a nice shiny piece, and there we go.
Compact, portability, and someone had tipped me off that it's actually the easiest of the orchestral instruments to play.
Oh.
Is it?
Which is why we're trying to, I'm involved in this thing with Flutewise at the Barbican this coming Sunday, which is really essentially about, it's an organisation, charitable entity that encourages young people to play a real instrument, in this case the flute. So I'm very much a believer that we should teach people not to have aspirations of absurd, professional careers as pop or rock stars, but to play as keen amateurs. Because that's what I am. On my days off, I'm a keen amateur.
Can you give us a sample of just how good you are as a keen amateur?
Yeah, well, one of the things that the guys are going to have to play, guys and girls, of the flute records, the Guinness Book of Records or whatever it is a piece by J.S. Bach, which our set list for a long time. Or, there's Bill's favourite.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
For me, did it for that other guy?
Oh God, the words completely escaped
I
me.
was watching that, Mark. I was very impressed by his
Out anymore.
spontaneous whistle.
I remember that, yeah.
It's not
that's
unusual.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So,
Yeah.
that's right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
well, I was in awe of the master does it.
I knew we should have rehearsed this.
And how many others will be joining you then on Sunday?
Well, it's certainly in the hundreds. I don't know how many people have signed up for it, but it's a big event. If you have a little child or a big child who would like to play the flute, come along to the Barbican. Things going on all day. Give us people there to sell you flutes, to advise you how to play them, master classes, and some performances in the foyer. And then I'm doing a big concert in the evening.
Any danger you might be playing on your head, standing on your head, which you used to
standing
do
on one leg, I think.
I thought you'd still on your head play.
That might have been you. Were you at the Isle of Wight?
I could have sworn.
It's just standing on one. Anyone gets placed there. I
I know that's quite a remarkable feat when Bill
standing
said
on the
that.
one
Standing
leg.
leg,
That's what I'm supposed to do. Which I do. You can see it behind you there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do it. You know, when the press photographers are there in the front row, and then we get that out of the way, and I can get back on safely onto 2 legs and hopefully 10 fingers.
I want to take you back to days of yore, just to remind yourself of what it was like way back when. Oh, look at this.
In you saying that a government health warning still comes with your flute player. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not really the person that young flute students should be listening to, because I didn't have a, when I got my flute, it didn't come with an instruction manual. I just figured out, happily, Mr. Bowen, who invented the fingering and the keywork of the modern concert flute, he made it very ergonomic, so I just kind of figured it out by trial and error. And then I kind of played the things that I played on guitar on the flute, so it was all based on kind of riffs and kind of simple motifs that repeated, and I liked a little bit of jazz and I liked a little bit of blues, and so I wasn't informed by classical music, it was really by more ethnic chords.
And it's something you can play with a newly mending broken finger, even.
Yes, I have a little pad on here to make it easier for me, but I shall take off my training wheels when I get home tonight, because this is my 2nd day of actually having no splint on, so...
Yeah. And just Tull touring.
Well, as always, yes. We do about 100 shows a year, so this year we have quite a few shows in the UK. In fact, doing a number of festivals during the course of the summer. In September, I'm on tour doing some solo shows in various theatres. It's all on our website, which you can imagine is called www.jethrotull.com. Couldn't be easier. So all the tour dates are on there.
Great. And if not, head to the Barbican this Sunday.
Barbican's going to be a lot
world
of fun.
records will be broken.
I've got a few guests on stage from the flute community, so we have Indian flute players, classical flute player, jazz flute player. We have a few things apart from me.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Really good to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thanks indeed.
Hope your finger continues to get better.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be right as rain. Thank you.
Time 3 minutes to 9.